Hello everyone and welcome to this video. Today we are going to learn how to simplify problems with negative exponents. In this video we are going to focus on adding and subtracting numbers that have negative exponents. If you're interested in learning about how to handle problems that involve multiplication and division of numbers with exponents and negative exponents, check out our next video, which will be linked in the description. So let's get started. First things first, we want to know what exponents actually are. So you will commonly see something like 4 to the power 3 written in a problem. And this is the same thing as 4 times 4 times 4. Okay, great. But now what if they gave us a negative exponent? Let's say 4 to the power negative 3. Well, this can be rewritten a couple of ways. Simply put, whenever you have a negative exponent, you will want to take the reciprocal of whatever that number is, and then you change the exponent from a positive to a negative. So let's do that. The reciprocal of 4 is 1 over 4. And then the exponent goes from negative to positive. So that becomes a positive 3. In other words, take the number, put it on the opposite side of the fraction, either bottom to top or top to bottom, and then flip the sign of the exponent. And of course, we can always expand this and rewrite it as 1 over 4 times 4 times 4. Great. Now let's look at problems where we are going to have to simplify this even further. Okay, for A, they tell us to simplify the following problem. In this case, they are telling us, hey, just make this a positive exponent. So like in the example I showed you, we have 5 to negative 2. We're going to take the reciprocal of the number, moving it to the bottom, 1 over 5, and then the exponent becomes a positive sign or opposite the negative, which is 5 to the power 2. There you go. Easy as that. And let's say they wanted us to simplify this further. We would do 5 squared, which is the same thing as 1 over 5 times 5, which gives us 1 over 25. Both of those are the same. Go ahead and try part B on your own. Pause this video and give it a shot. For the solution, we have 3 to the power negative 4. The first step is to take the reciprocal. So we have 1 over 3, and then we change the sign of the exponent. So a negative 4 becomes a positive 4, and let's simplify it further. We have 1 over 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. Simplifying that is 9 and 9, and we know 9 times 9 is 81. So our final answer is 1 over 81. Great, let's move on. All right, part C is interesting. Now we have a subtraction problem. Ultimately, the steps are going to be the same until we actually start subtracting. So let's simplify the problems with exponents. 2 to the power negative 1 is the same thing as 1 over 2 to the positive 1, but we don't need to rewrite that. And then 4 to the power negative 2 is the same thing as 1 over 4 to the power of positive 2, and these two numbers are subtracted from each other. Okay, now we can simplify the 1 over 4 squared. So we have 1/2 minus 1 over 4 times 4, which is 16. And now we're just subtracting fractions. If you remember, we have to get a common denominator, which would be 16 in this case. So we have to multiply this by 8 over 8, giving us 8 over 16 minus 1 over 16, which leaves us with 7 over 16. If you have any questions on how to simplify fractions, we will also include a link to a video in the description on how to simplify and subtract fractions. Great, let's try D. Go ahead and pause this video and give it a try on your own. For the solution, we will start by rewriting 3 to the power negative 2 as 1 over 3 to the power of positive 2 minus 1 over 9 to the power of positive 2. So we have flipped both of the bases, made them a fraction, and changed the exponent from a negative to a positive. All right, now just like the previous problems, we will expand on those exponents. So we have 1 over 9, which is 3 squared, minus 1 over 81, which is 9 squared. Again, we have to find a common denominator, so we will multiply the top and bottom of 1 over 9 by 9 over 9. That will give us 9 over 81 minus 1 over 81, simplifying to 8 over 81. And that should be your final answer. That's all for this video. Hopefully you learned something. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments.